Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this game came down to quarterback play. And something that Detroit all year has been known for is their offensive prowess. One of the best offenses in the league. And it proved that last night. They had a time possession of 32 minutes. Jared Goff had 287 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs had 74 yards on the ground with a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 8 receptions, 77 yards, and a touchdown. And they were able to jump out to an early lead against Tampa Bay. And something that people had question marks about Detroit with was their defense. Would their defense be able to contend and to be able to come up big when it matters most? And this game proved that Detroit was able to do that. And listen, I know Detroit's defense gave up 408 total yards to Tampa Bay. They allowed Baker Mayfield to throw for 349 yards and 3 touchdowns. But a lot of those yards were because Tampa Bay is playing from behind. And so obviously when you play from behind, you can't afford to put the ball on the ground and run. You have to put the ball in the air and throw it. And so that those stats are a little skewed. But the point I want to make is on the final drive of the game for Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield threw a costly interception. Detroit was able to force that turnover and close out the game. So in a moment where the defense needs to get a stop, a defense all year that has given up a lot of points and a lot of yardage, managed to get a key stop. And listen, that's how Detroit has been able to win a lot of these games in the regular season, with their defense having a bend don't break sort of mentality, a team that gives up a lot of yardage but doesn't necessarily give up a lot of points. That's where Detroit's defense falls under, and they were able to, like I said, get a key stop and get a key turnover, force a key turnover against Tampa Bay. And this game shows you how important quarterback play is, because I don't think anyone would question that Jared Goff is better than Baker Mayfield. But a slight margin like that can make all the difference between a team playing an NFC championship game and not. And Baker Mayfield isn't the only quarterback in the NFC that had a costly turnover on the last possession of the game, but it just shows you how important quarterback play is. And listen, Detroit with Jared Goff has had phenomenal quarterback play, and coupled that with a defense that stepped up huge. It's putting them in the right direction, and it's gotten them to the NFC Championship game. And this just shows you how important quarterback play is, not just in the regular season, but also in the playoffs. Listen, Baker Mayfield played phenomenal in the wild card game against Philadelphia, and for all intents and purposes, he had a great game against Detroit as well. But when it mattered most, what happened? And that's all that matters. That's all we can judge it off of. That's all we can base it off of. And don't get it wrong, Baker Mayfield just played his way into a max contract, or at least a contract extension with Tampa Bay. I firmly believe that. I think he's going to be in Tampa Bay. I think he finally found his home. I think he finally found his resting place. So I think he will be in Tampa Bay for the foreseeable future. I like what they have going on down there. But it just shows how quarterback play is huge, and it always will be the most important factor for a team's success in winning a Super Bowl, at least getting to a Super Bowl. So I was impressed with Detroit's defense and their ability to get a stop, and that interception thrown by Mayfield shows me and confirmed to me that the margin for error, the margin of difference in terms of talent level, can be that small, yet make the biggest impact. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What did you guys see from this game? What did you guys see from Tampa Bay's offense, their defense? And we have to remember that Tampa Bay got 2 key injuries to their defense as well during that game. But like I said, I'm impressed with Tampa Bay with what I saw. And Detroit now is moving on to an NFC championship game for the first time in 20 plus years. Let me know what you guys think about that. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Share your thoughts in the chat room. Looking forward to hearing all about it, guys. And guys, in our final segment, we're going to be discussing the other NFC divisional round matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. So be sure to stick around for that, guys. You're not going to miss it. We'll be right back.